Greetings, family. This is Dr. Abernathy Dyer, principal of Villa Del Rey Creative Sciences and Arts Magnet School. And here we are again with yet another LEAP 2025 Family Strategy session. This is our fourth session of the year, but we are so excited because testing is here. Yes, as we enter um, next week, we will begin our testing session for third and fourth grade students. Again, here are our testing dates. As you can see, we begin next Wednesday, April 28th, test Thursday, Friday, back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday ends our makeup days. So each day we have an ELA and math session for our first 3 days, and then coming back on May the 3rd, we begin science, which science has the most sessions. There's 3 sessions there. And then we have social studies, and we've also built in some makeup days. Now, our 5th graders, they will be computer-based testing, and they begin on Monday, May the 10th through Friday, May 14th. Makeups will be Monday and Tuesday, May 17th and 18th. So as you can see, in 5th grade, we have 3 sessions for science and social studies. As mentioned earlier, we need all of our students here on campus for testing. We have done a tremendous amount of work calling families and making sure that you understand that we need your child here on campus. All virtual students must report to the campus on LEAP testing days to take the test. The state will not allow those students to test at home. Any student who does not report to the campus or who does not engage in testing will receive a 0. We will continue to maintain small group testing and abide by all COVID-19 safety measures. So we're asking that you make sure your child is here by no later than 8 a.m. That will give us an opportunity to make sure that students are fed, that they are comfortable, and that they're in the right testing session. We're going to ask that students wear their mask, and we will also work within our social distancing guidelines. All right, so students again need to be at school every testing day. This is why we have been stressing the calendar. Don't say, oh, well, they test yesterday. We can just wait for makeup days. You do not want to do that. That will cause a lot of frustration for your student because they will be testing more than likely by themselves. They will not have the confidence that they have so built up throughout the school year. When they have to test on makeup days, it's just different. So let's try with all of our power and might to be here on the days that we have designated for testing. Those students who are not at school by 8:25 each morning, they will more than likely have to test or start another testing session. They cannot enter the testing session once it has begun. Students do not need to bring any book sacks. They do not need to bring any cell phones or any electronic devices. They can bring a snack and a bottle of water that's labeled no juices or sodas, please. Again, this is a big one. We, each and every year, we go over this, and thankfully our students have been abiding by our no cell phone or electronic devices policy. So you cannot have those at school during testing. Those students who are found to have these devices may be given a 0 on the LEAP test as per Louisiana Test Security Guidelines. Please do not send your child to school with cell phones, with smart watches, or anything that can cause them to receive a 0 or jeopardize their testing experience. If your child arrives home by themselves in the afternoon and they need their cell phone, that's fine. They'll get an opportunity to turn that into the front office. We will keep it in a brown envelope, and the students can get it at the end of the day. This is for all students, not those who are testing. So my pre-K through second grade students, if they have devices, but you say, oh, they need it to let me know when they get to the babysitter or when they get home, then you need to notify the teacher. Then we can take it in the front office, store it, and then give it back to them at the end of the day. So we have had several different little hiccups with electronic devices this year. And so we know that for our students, um, we need all of the bandwidth, we need all of the Wi-Fi and all of the signals to be working at its greatest capacity during testing, because do realize we will have several students utilizing that bandwidth and tapping into those resources during testing. And so we have to make sure that everything is right, that we have it all right, so our students can benefit from us having everything that we can take care of on our end in the right manner. All right. So the last day of testing for all of our students, which will be May 18th, the district requires that all student devices be checked in before this date. So that's why we're asking that by the 23rd, you check in those devices. We do have some exceptions, and those families and classes are already aware. But we want to encourage you, knowing that we will have activity calendars posted and things posted in class tag. But if you want your child to come to school during those days, they most certainly can. I would really encourage you to have your child participate if you feel comfortable and if you are confident in us to know that we're taking all the measures to keep them safe. Please send your child to school. Teachers will again communicate how you guys can access activities, work packets, and activity calendars if you guys decide to remain virtual. All right. The last day for virtual instruction will be Tuesday, April 27th, as we begin testing on the 28th. Even non-testing grades will not be allowed to have access to any internet or Wi-Fi during that time, because we need it for our test. All right. Devices for virtual students in pre-K through fourth grade will need to be returned tomorrow. That's April 23rd. So start bringing those in. We have to utilize some of those for testing, and so all of our self um, checks and devices have to be brought through the process of making sure that they are still capable of functioning and that our students can use them and be confident in knowing that their device is test ready. Again, here are our achievement levels. We are aiming for advances and masteries across the boards. And as you can see, level 5 is considered advanced, and that means that your student has mastered 75 to 100% of all of the content that's found in that particular category on the test. Means that they have exceeded expectations. I know that this has been a challenging year, but rest assured that our teachers have overcome all of these challenges and put their best foot forward in providing great instruction, in making sure that students have what they need. So we're just asking that these days leading up to testing and end of year testing for our pre-K through second grade students and fifth grade who will test a little later, just go over the material that the teachers have sent home. There are things that maybe your kids have already done and you're like, well, hey, this will be a great time to review. That's how you get an advance. That's how you get those mastery makers. How? By going back and making sure that the information that you've learned, that you still know it, that you're still able to apply it. All right, so this is a big question we get all the time. Why does my child have to take the leap? Well, the LEAP test pretty much tells us how the children are performing. It tells us what areas that they're doing well and maybe some areas that they should have mastered already, but they're not doing as well as they can be. So this helps us to plan instruction, and it also helps us to know what kids already know and the new things that we can teach them. All right. And so right now we're just looking to see how we can tailor our individual plans for students based upon these particular tests. Again, writing is so important. Please stress to your little ones that when they get to these portions on the test that they need to write. They're not going to give you a page of blank lines and say, okay, you write one word or you write one sentence and you're done. No, it's there to kind of give them an indication as to how much they need to be writing, and not only just writing for the purpose of filling up lines, but going over those strategies and different things that we have discussed about what makes a good piece of writing. How do we begin our writing? How do we end our writing? What type of punctuation is needed? What ideas are surfacing in our writing? We know that for some kids it's a struggle, but if they think about the strategies and what they've learned in class, they will definitely, definitely do well. Here are some updates. We have registration for the 2021-2022 school year now open. You can click on the link below and apply. All right. Now you might say, well, I want to be a part of that Villa Del Rey family, but I do not live in the neighborhood and I do not have access to, that means of getting to school. Well, when your students are in the magnet program, there is transportation offered. We also have extended care both morning and in the afternoon. So don't let that stop you. We are recruiting students, and I promise you, the world is opening back up. And all of the things that we had to maybe modify or be very innovative about, it's coming back around again. We have some great things in store for our students. And I was speaking to an evaluator earlier today of our magnet program who lives in a whole nother state. But they gave such high remarks and high regards for our program, those who are helping to facilitate the program. They told me, you have something special. I wish all kids in your area and in your school district had an opportunity to participate. And I was just going over the day-to-day things and the wonderful experiences that we offer. And they said, you know what? You guys have something special. I love your team. I love how they come together and work for the betterment of the school and the children. And guess what? We don't give our second best. We give our best because we know that when our kids shine, we shine. We know that our future is in great hands because of our children. And so we are very passionate about our program, and we would love for you to join our great big magnet family. So here is where you can go and log on. Upcoming events. You guys, we have placed this request for you to join our PTO. Tiger PTO is our parent teacher organization. You can register here in order to become a member. We are seeking officers. Yes, COVID did change the way that we kind of functioned last year, but that's okay. It's a new day, and we are ready to receive your ideas and know that it is parent teacher organization that makes up the PTO. So we are the teachers, we're the educators, we're there. We're waiting on our parents to come and join us in these efforts. So stay tuned to our social media, website, and YouTube for updates on summer learning opportunities. And also, your teachers will give you information on their end of the year programs if you happen to be in our milestone grades like pre-K, K, and fifth grade. We will have primarily virtual events this year with a few hybrid options there, but we are still playing it safe. And we want to make sure that everybody is able to enjoy. And the good thing about it is these activities and events will be recorded, so you'll have them forever and ever. Now, right here, you can click on the link in the YouTube description for your grade level presentations. Our teachers will be live to answer questions, to offer suggestions, and to provide tips on how we're going to um, move forward these next few days, these next few weeks. I've given you an overview of what's to come. I look forward to a wonderful testing season and a great end of the school year. Your teachers have worked hard. Your students have worked hard. You have worked extremely hard. And for that, we're grateful and we're very appreciative of it all. And we just want to take this opportunity to have a little Q&A and just to let you know what each grade level is planning to do moving forward. Please make sure that you log your attendance so that you can enter our virtual door prize drawing. I mean, we have some really, really nice things to offer. And so with that being said, we hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. All of the sessions are being recorded. So if you have more than one child and you need to go back and review either what I'm saying or what another grade level is saying, it'll all be there. Have a great evening and go Tigers. I look forward to some outstanding results in the upcoming weeks.